Everybody needs this vaccine. And if we only get it to the high-income countries, this disease is going to bounce around. We're going to see twice as many deaths.
Disinformation has been rampant, to say the least, throughout this pandemic. And it's rampant, once again, when it comes to the vaccine. What are the consequences of that?
Death. Disinformation can equal death.
U.S. military under both Presidents Donald Trump and Joe Biden deliberately spread misinformation on social media about the COVID-19 vaccines in hopes of encouraging Filipinos to distrust the Chinese government.
I'm gonna take you on a ride. We're gonna burn through the night. Why you're so salty? I'll still take a bite.
Okay, we can take my Lambo. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
So many people are still actively choosing not to be vaccinated. So I get her outrage. I'm not sure I get the direction of it when clowns like this are given platforms to sell their disinformation to millions.
More than half of unvaccinated Americans think the vaccine is more dangerous than COVID. The Biden administration has come down hard on vaccine misinformation.
Internal documents suggest the company is having a tougher time managing vaccine misinformation than it's letting on.
We have seen the rise of a vast right-wing conspiracy theory about the vaccines. It has been stoked by influential figures in the conservative media and tolerated, even encouraged, by powerful Republican politicians.
As the White House fights false information on social media about COVID-19, President Biden is pointing the finger at Facebook in an exchange with NBC News.
On COVID misinformation, what's your message to platforms like Facebook?
They're killing people. I mean, look, the only pandemic we have is among the unvaccinated. And they're killing people.
In the spring of 2020, the news began to spin. A tale of two great nations, who's the foe and who's the friend. The soldiers of the eagle soared over distant seas, casting shadows on the aid that came from far off east. From hospitals to markets, whispers floated through the air. A darker narrative painted, making everyone beware. They said those masks were tainted and that medicine a ruse. The growing seeds of doubt, what did we have to lose? Oh, whispers in the wind, spreading stories thin. Whose truth do we believe when the heart is pulled within? Oh, whispers in the wind, where does trust begin? In a game of shadows, it's so easy to give in. The locals felt the tension, tugging at their soul. Caught between two giants, each one had a goal. But in the quiet moments, when all was said and done, what truly stood beside us, and who had really won? Across the sea of stories, across the tide of time, the truth may be a beacon buried in the grind. For in the hearts of people seeking shelter from the storm, a helping hand is just a hand, no matter where it's born. Oh, whispers in the wind, spreading stories thin. Whose truth do we believe when the heart is pulled within? Oh, whispers in the wind, where does trust begin? In a game of shadows, it's so easy to give in. Oh, whispers in the wind, spreading stories thin. Whose truth do we believe when the heart is pulled within? Oh, whispers in the wind, where does trust begin? In a game of shadows, it's so easy to to give in.
Disinformation can equal death.